So I'm attending a ladies' Bible study and we're going through the book of Philippians. And I got to chapter 3 and Paul is in prison, but he's writing to the church in Philippi and he's like, rejoice in the Lord, which is a good thing. But he's also concerned about their spiritual well-being. And he warns them in verse 2, look out for the dogs, look out for the evildoers, look out for those who mutilate the flesh. And he goes on to describe, there were like these people that would come into the church and they may say to them, what Paul's been saying about Jesus and everything, okay, that's fine, but it's not just Jesus how you get right before God. It's Jesus and keeping the law, Jesus and keeping the circumcision, all the kind of things that these Judaizers would come in and tell these Gentiles that they had to do to be made right with God. Paul is warning them about this, like don't listen to them. And he goes on to even say, if you ever heard about Paul's conversion, he used to be a Pharisee, and he goes on to tell about his credentials. Like if anybody can brag about keeping the law right and knowing the law, he could. Then he goes on to also say he considers all of that rubbish compared to what now he has in Christ. And yeah, he's so concerned about this. He knows these people are out there and they have come in with false teachings, and he's writing this from a prison cell because he was suffering in prison because of, preaching about Jesus. And when I was reading through this, it just made me think of how many false teachings are out there, whether it's Torah observant, where they think you have to do all these things to please God and that they're better than, the ones that are just putting their trust in what Jesus Christ did on the cross for their salvation, that offer of grace. And all we need to do is come to the Lord by faith, believing what Christ did and the sacrifice that he made on that cross, that he took the punishment for us in our place. But like the Torah observant people, they'll say, no, there's more. And even the Catholics, they'll say there's more. And there's so many other, things out there that want to add to what Jesus did. I want to encourage you, go and take a closer look at even really the whole book of Philippians. But, if anybody could say that they were law abiding and everything, it was Paul. But then when he met Jesus on that road to Damascus on his way to murder Christians, everything changed.